Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Let's cover all bases. It is match day. Yay, it is match day. And it's the day where we never know what we're going to get from Tottenham Hotspur. Away at Bournemouth, years gone by, I would have said, yes, that's 3 points. I just don't know anymore. I really do not know. And we'll get into this. And this morning, we're going to focus very much on Tottenham's trip away to Bournemouth. There is one other game as well. Apologies for the baseball cap. I really couldn't bother to do my hair this morning. Hey, look, we've got another game as well in the Premier League tonight that does affect Tottenham in terms of league position. You've got Fulham at home to Brighton. So Fulham at home to Brighton, Tottenham are away to Bournemouth. And let's be realistic, for the likes of Fulham and Tottenham, that game is about keeping pace with the rest. And we'll bring up the Premier League table in a little bit, have a look, see what's going on, see that Tottenham are currently sitting in 8th, which isn't the end of the world because win tonight and we could be 5th, obviously depending on Brighton's result. So we could end today in 5th. If I'm not wrong, we could end tonight in 5th, 10th, or 9th, if I'm not wrong, from looking at the league table. So today, listen, the beauty of it is we're going to be in the top half. Come on, let's have a little bit of a party. Top half Tottenham, that's what we're going to call ourselves now. But all the big boys picked up points last night above us. Man United. Completely. Arsenal picks up 3 points. Man City picked up 3 points. Villa picked up 3 points. Arsenal picked up 3 points. So now we need to win to stay in and amongst the pack. So good morning to all of you. We will get some questions in about 5 or 10 minutes or so after I've waffled on for a little bit. Hopefully everyone is enjoying the morning shows. They are back Monday to Fridays, 10 a.m., just a nice little chance for everyone to have a footy chat. It's quite cool because obviously today's morning show is the build up to Bournemouth. Tomorrow's morning show is going to be what happened against Bournemouth. Was it an Ange masterclass because we won the game, or was it injuries and the players aren't good enough because we lost? There's never an in-between, is there? There's never a, yeah, we won the game, let's move on. It's always, we won the game, Ange is a god. We lost the game. People wanted to lose it. This fan base. Honestly, I've never known anything like it. It's absolutely crazy out here in this fan base. Who we got in the chat? Big up Vinny Rowley. How we doing, man? Yeah, seeing that beer makes me remember when I used to like a beer. Big up to you, man. SC25, good morning, has said we will drop points today. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, aren't we? Mark Swift, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Morning. What's for breakfast? Savva sexy. Not sure what's going on there. My breakfast today is this. I've got my chocolate in there because I do like my chocolate, as my nieces say, chocolate. Yes, I'm going to see if I can lose half a stone in a week before I go on holiday. I've left it to the last week and said, come on, let's do it. Good morning, Anthony Clark. Good win for your lot yesterday. You must be happy. Finn Rickwood, big up Savva. And chat, big game today. Absolutely. Which Spurs will show up? That is always the question, Finn. If anybody pretends they know, then they are lying to you, right? Let's be brutally honest. If anybody goes, oh, you're so negative, no one can tell me they know what Tottenham's going to turn up tonight. We can pretend, we can guess. Any one of us could be right. It could be the brilliant Tottenham that win 3 or 4-1. It could be the really crappy Tottenham that lose to Palace and Ipswich. We just don't know what Tottenham we're going to get. Big up to Mario 2012. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well. Big up to Bella. Good morning to you. Good morning. 7 is in the chat. 7, the sanctuary of 7. Auto Clips. Good morning. I don't think I've seen your account before. Maybe I have. If not, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to Proximo. Proximo. I love it when Proximo's here because I know there's a dig coming. Somewhere down the line, there's a little dig coming about how I have an agenda or how I hate Ange and how I don't like Australians, something like that. We'll see. Good morning to Rich S. Man. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The morning chat keeps me going at work. Well, listen, yeah, this is work for me. So you're at work, I'm working. I know people think YouTube isn't working, but it is very draining, just so you know. Yadami, says Lionheart. Yes, absolutely. Seven Fears, we're going to lose tonight. Can't just see a win. Lots of people not seeing a win tonight, which probably means we're going to go and win. Big up Daniel has said, is it just me that doesn't enjoy match day anymore? Look, I'll be honest. Let's have that chat. Let's start with that chat before we get into any questions. Does everyone enjoy match day like they used to? I used to be unbearable on match day. Like my whole life would revolve around, right, what time's kickoff? What we doing? And to a degree, it still does in terms of, right, Spurs are playing. What time does my build up to the game start on YouTube? But wherever I was, I used to make sure I was home. So let's assume 3 o'clock Saturday kickoffs. That's what it used to be, right? Wherever I was on a Saturday, it didn't matter. I'd have to be in front of the TV for a Spurs game. It didn't matter where I was. You know, I'm out shopping. I'm out for lunch with friends. I'm at this party. No, I need to get in front of a TV for Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know if I'm the same anymore. I feel like, I don't know, something's gone. I don't know. Does anyone understand that? Am I making too much of that? I just feel like the enjoyment factor isn't there for me anymore. I don't think we do play great football like people say. I find it all a little bit, okay, well, we'll see what turns up. Auto Clips has said, I think we'll win today. When we feel like we're going to lose, we win. And when we feel like we're going to win, yeah, very true. Very true. PH Family, 4-0 Spurs, 3-1 Bournemouth, 2-2 draw. Who knows? Only thing I know is that it won't be a 0-0 draw. Yes, and hopefully you haven't put the mockers on us, PH Family, for a 2-2 draw now. Hopefully. Yeah, so I was just seeing who had WhatsApped me. Yeah, Dan, yeah, sorry, what I was just saying. If we win, Ange Masterclass. If we lose, it's injuries. Yes, there is no middle ground in this fan base. For me, if we lose because we weren't good enough. If we win because we were good enough. I don't like this constant excuse making after every win or every loss. Nicola, I agree. We have to win tonight. Yeah, we do. But there will be excuses. There will be, Nicola, if we don't. So big up Marcel. Thank you. Yeah, I thought just a cheeky 20 seconds. Keep it fresh. Keep it different. Still, I had loads of people moaning in my comments about, oh, there's no Tottenham colour and no Tottenham players. And I'm like, what do you do? What do you do? I mean, you say Forster's going to be our downfall. Forster's kept us in the last 2 games. Forster's been my man of the match the last 2 games. So, you know, we keep knocking the obvious players to knock rather than the ones that play week in, week out and let us down, rather than Ange. It's always Forster. It's always Maddison or Dragoshin or Davis. It's never the ones that play week in, week out. It's funny that, isn't it? Big up, Southern Chat. I'm dreading Sunday more than tonight. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to playing. I'm not looking forward to playing Chelsea. They look a good team. So we'll see. Don't forget they played on Sunday also. And jet lag. No, there's yeah. If we're going with the excuses that will be given, it will be that. Absolutely will be that. Big up, Oliver. How you doing, bro? I think you said it was your birthday yesterday, did you? I might have missed that, but happy birthday. If I've lied about that, happy birthday for whenever your birthday is. Yes, absolutely. El Cockerel, please do like and sub, people. We are only 9 subscribers away from 14,400. So we're going to try and get to 15K by the end of the year. It's a big ask. It's 25, 26 days to go. But please do smash the subscribe button. It's free. It's absolutely free. If one of my mods will put the link in the chat. And more importantly, smash the like button. There's 120 exactly at the moment, and we're growing, and 30 likes. So what? That's 1 in 4. 1 in 4 likes is terrible. Lee, I said, confident we'll get something tonight. More worried about Chelsea. They are looking seriously good. Worry they could embarrass us. Again, I'm not going to predict because I thought City would, and I know Chelsea are in better form, but we then embarrassed City. So I hear you. Tisnado, not seen you for a while. Yeah, big up. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Did I see my man, Avi? Avi, look, I've got my Huel drink. Couple of these a day and a meal. Mm-hmm. It's got that kind of weird chocolatey flavour. Do you know what I mean? Good evening. Oliver has said, I reckon 3-1. I think Johnson scores and Solanke will score against his former club. Now, here's the question to you guys. Solanke and Romero, do they both play tonight? My understanding is that both are 50-50. You guys might have seen something different to me. Let me know what you think. Away at a mid-table team. Well, let's have a look, shall we, at the league table. Should we have a look at the league table? We'll look at the league table in a minute. Away game, I'd say we know 90% how this goes via decent team, in my honest opinion. Absolutely. Big up, Steve. How we doing, Steve? Good morning to you, my man. Barbaric Disdain. Good morning. Yes, smash those likes and smash those subs. Let's get this up to 15,000, shall we? I truly believe I deserve 15K, but I am biased because it is my channel. Good morning, Scott Colliver. How you doing, man? Good morning. Good morning, Amin. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's Proximo. I'm just joking with you, man. It's all good. It's all good. Listen, the things I get called on YouTube, I can handle you. It's all good. Big up to Adis. Good morning. Shouldn't you be studying or something? Shouldn't you be studying? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Here he is. The Mod Father's here. Match days are only fun. We're meeting up with YouTube peeps now. Yeah, and I gave up my right. I stopped doing that a while back for my personal reasons. The main one being that I don't like Daniel Levy and won't give him money. But hey, it is what it is. Bournemouth 3, Spurs 1, says Amin. Let me know your score prediction. I genuinely don't know what to predict. I've never seen a more flip-flop team than Tottenham Hotspur. This is what the manager's turned us into. I'm not saying we've ever had amazing consistency, but I've never seen it like this before. I just don't know. Yes, he has. Okay. By the way, can we have a little moan? These bloody lids these days, they're really annoying. I don't want the lid there while I'm drinking. I just thought I'd share that. I don't like these lids that stay attached. Hey, that's just me. Maybe I'm getting an old miserable bugger. Who do you think Anne should give Spencer Go this game? Do I think? Look, a lot of people keep saying to me, he's got no squad, he's got no players. And I think they're getting confused with he doesn't give the squad a go. There's no reason why Reggie couldn't have played some games when Udogie was injured, tired. There's no reason why Spence can't come in for Porro. I'm not saying they have to make these changes all at once, but there's no reason why Archie Gray couldn't have started a game instead of running everyone into the ground in midfield. There's no reason Lancashire can't start a game up front at home to Fulham. So for me, when people say, "Oh, there's no players," I feel like we're all being very two-faced, because in the summer we were saying, "Oh, Spence, he's done well in pre-season. Let's give him a go." Never does. Reggie, he's a backup left back. He's okay. Listen, if Reguilon's been able to play for Real Madrid, Seville, Man United, Brentford, there's no reason why he's not good enough to play a game for Tottenham Hotspur every now and then. Turn 17, you youngster. Oh, God, who in the chat remembers turning 17? Wow. Listen, happy birthday, your birthday week. Happy birthday, Oliver. I really hope Spurs get you 3 points tonight. I wouldn't bank on it. Don't count on that as your main birthday present, but good morning to you and a happy birthday. Morning to Warren. How you doing, man? I don't know, Chris. As I said, I genuinely do not know. I genuinely do not know how to predict a Tottenham Hotspur game. I will get some questions in a minute. Don't put them in just yet, people. I will get to them in a minute. I just want to continue saying good morning. I think this show is very important every morning that we acknowledge everybody in the chat. I do see some YouTube channels where they just don't speak to people in the chat, and I think it's a little bit rude, isn't it? But hey, each to their own. Both miss out, mate. United game will be our only win this one. Oh, okay, we're talking about Romero and Solanke. Okay, no to Romero and yes to Dom. Maybe just one half because we're very thin on the ground at the moment. We are, but as I said, Michael, he chooses not to use players. He chooses not to. He's chosen over the last 3-4 months of this season not to rotate players. That's on him for me. That's on him. But hey, it is what it is. Avi can see a 3-3 draw. Ben Kaufman, let's say, going for a Desmond. The old 2-2. Everyone loves an old 2-2. It could be anything. Yeah, Phil, you keep telling me this. Phil, I remember after Man City, you said we're going to win 5 in a row. Didn't happen. It never happens. And I know you're coming around a bit lately, aren't you? You're a bit not so sure anymore about the manager. Good morning to Lynn. Good morning. Who have I missed out? Good morning to, I'm trying not to miss people out. Good morning to Terry, who has said, and said in his presser that Romero still had a couple of days with the physios. Fair enough. So it looks like he's out for tonight in Chelsea. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to play Chelsea this weekend. I think this is the best Chelsea have looked for a number of years. They're scoring a lot of goals. And if I'm not wrong, they're the league's top goal scorers. Let's have a look. So, yeah, they're the league's top goal scorers. Should we have a look at the league table? Let's have a look. Come on, Stewie. You coming up to say hello? Sorry, Stewie's just arrived. We all know when Stewie arrives, we have to hand it to him. Here he is. Let's say hello to Stewie, everyone. Good morning, Stewie. There he is. Look at him. Miserable git. Look. Just woken up. Literally just woken up. He's in front of the fire downstairs. Look. Look. He's a lovely boy. He is a lovely, lovely little boy. Anyway, that's enough of a pug. Where are we? Yes, the league table. Let's have a look at the league table, shall we? So, what do we notice here? Look, Liverpool are top by 7 points, but the lead chipped away at by 2 points yesterday by Chelsea and Arsenal, who won, and Liverpool lost. No, they didn't. It's a complete lie. Liverpool drew. Man City winning last night as well. So the top 4 all picking up points. Brighton are away at Fulham tonight. So this will be an interesting one. Brighton, on their day, are brilliant. But we saw the other day, Fulham are a good team. But on their day, they can lose 4-1 at home to Bournemouth, to Wolves, who just got beaten 4-0 by Everton. So it's a very, very strange season for many teams. But let's look at Tottenham. So we're tucked in 8th. It's not the end of the world. We're tucked in 8th. But if you want to keep up with the top 4, this is a game you've got to win. Because if we don't, let's look at the hypotheticals. Let's start with a positive. If we beat Bournemouth tonight, and you can see I've left Bournemouth for the last team on the screen. Bournemouth, it's crazy, isn't it? We say down in 13th, but only 2 points behind Tottenham. If we beat Bournemouth tonight, Spurs will go either 5th or 6th. We can't go in the top 4, but we will be 5th or 6th. Depending on Brighton's result, we will be in the top 6 and 3 points off of Man City. So that's not bad. That's 3 points off Man. Yes, 3 points off Man City. However, lose tonight, the gap is now 6 points to the top 4 with Chelsea at home on Sunday. So listen, the positive could be us finishing the night in 5th. All is not lost. We're right there in the race. We lose tonight, we could be we could be 10th and 6 points off the top 4 and 6 points behind Man City and Brighton. So a draw keeps us pretty much where we are, if we're going to be brutally honest. A draw keeps us in that 8th, 9th place position, depending on the Fulham result and the Brighton result. But what we don't want to do is when you start falling, you're 6 points off the top 4, which will be Daniel Levy. By the way, that's not my measure of success, but it's the measure of success versus 5th last year. And it's the measure of success for Daniel Levy. For anyone that doesn't know that guy, he's the guy that wants Champions League money rolling in to Tottenham Hotspur. Thank you to whoever just subscribed. Please do keep subscribing and please do keep liking. Only 67 likes, 200 of you in here now. So the ratio is very, very poor. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to be 6 points off the top 4 with Chelsea to come at the weekend, because if Chelsea do come and beat us, we could end the weekend 9 points off of top 4. And that is a worry. That is a worry. If after 15 games, we're 9 points off of top 4. However, win the next two, we could be sitting on 26 points on the periphery of top 4. I can't see that in the next game, all the 4 above us drop points. So big game coming up. Big game against Chelsea. A lot of games in December. So I'll ask the question. Let me know. It's 10:26 in the UK. What do you think? What do you think we will end up on points-wise after the next 2 games? So the options are 20, which is what we're on now. 21 if we draw 1 and lose 1. 22 if we draw both. 24 if we win and draw 1. Or 26 because we win both. Let me know. So it's between 20 and 26. You can't go for 25. It's not possible. All the other numbers, I believe, are possible. 21 is possible. 22 is. 23 is. 24 is. 26 is. 25 is not. What are we going to end up on, people? Let me know, and I'll get to your answers shortly. Bournemouth could end the night in 8th. So Bournemouth could leapfrog us today with a win. They would end the night in 8th, and a draw would see them go above Fulham, depending on the Fulham result. And a draw would still mean their goal difference stays the same, which means they would be behind Man United on goal difference. But it's very tight in there. If you look from Brighton down to Bournemouth, 5 points separating about 9 clubs there. But I do think the top clubs will start to pull away. You can already see that the Liverpools, Chelsea's, Arsenal, look at the number of wins they've got now. Everyone else is 5 or 6. They're all on 8 or 11. So big game for Spurs today. Let me know if I've done any misrepresentation there. Somebody will find offence to something I've just said, I'm sure. Let me know what you think. Adiz has said, what's the point of us giving Spence a new contract? Agreed. Ange has had plenty of chances to play him and doesn't. Now, do I think that Spence is great? I don't know. We never get to see him. What I do know is if you don't play, you can't get the opportunity. Ben absolutely said Reguilon was decent for Brentford last season. I fail to believe that we can't give him a game when Udogie is tired. I fail to believe it. I don't think Udogie's been anywhere near good enough to say it would be a massive drop-off. I genuinely don't. I don't think he's had a good season, Udogie. But hey, it is what it is. Jonas, I've not seen you for ages. Where have you been? Savvy. I like that. Savvy, that'll do. That's close enough. Would you like Jerry Jones owner? And if you would care if an oil stake comes in, I personally don't. I want success. Look, the Jerry Jones thing, there's no news to it. It's not a thing. It was a rumor. It's just it's a silly rumor. I'm not going to get into the ins and outs of politics and what people have done. I'm really not going to. It opens a whole can of worms. Look, when the right owner comes along, we'll know. And look, I think we should wait until we've got an owner or a potential owner that actually comes to the football club and says, hey, I want to open talks. Not that someone was spotted on their boat in London and it means they want to buy Spurs. We are Spurs TV says Ange just doesn't like Spence. Maybe his face pisses him off. There's nothing Spence can do to get on Ange's good side. And the more he tries, the more Ange will hate him. It's strange, right? It's strange. By the way, Strip Bear, just quickly, look, Strip Bear, listen. I think what people get frustrated about is you put in so many messages. Right, look, it's like 2-word answers. Look, 2-word answers. And these are all within the space of 10 messages. I think maybe just not so many messages would maybe be my look 3 in a row. Look, 3 in a row. I think you've got to calm down a little bit, Strip Bear. People are getting a little bit frustrated with it. Look again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Strip Bear, I'm giving you the warning. Please stop. Yeah, please stop. Ren, If this is the real Ren, Ren, I don't know if it is, but I did see you mugging me off on the Hotspur Hippies channel, so I'm not really sure I take what you say with any credence, if I'm honest. I saw what you were saying about me. It's fine. It doesn't offend me, but I just don't like two-faced people. It's because of the international breaks this season, Savva. That's why most teams are struggling. These, look, we can use those excuses all we want. We can use all those excuses, but there's international breaks every single year. So for me, I just don't think. Hang on, Strip Bear, you've been warned. Strip Bear, sorry, mate, you're going into a timeout. Wow, just too much. What's my score prediction against Chelsea? I genuinely don't know. What I do know is I wish we weren't playing them right now. They do look in good form. They're scoring a lot of goals. They look organised. And they're everything that I want Spurs to be at the moment. Them under their new manager is everything I want Spurs to be under our new manager. I say new manager, who's been here 18 months. Well organised, square pegs in square holes. It's my biggest gripe with Ange. It's all of the square pegs in round holes, trying to reinvent a wheel. And to quote the famous Ben Kaufman, he's trying to reinvent the wheel whilst removing the nuts and bolts that hold the wheel together. And I can't disagree with that. Richest man, listen, look, listen, I mean, we're talking about £4 billion takeovers here. So there's going to be a lot of rumors and not a lot of it is going to be true. JSY, how are we doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What a lovely, I was going to say a lovely morning. Don't be fooled, but that looks like it's sunshine. It's not. It's grey, it's spitting, and the dogs are looking at me as if to say, when are we going out? And I'm looking at them as if to say, well, not if it keeps raining. Spurs are like a box of chocolates. Yes, they are. Ben made a great picture for me, which for some reason, did I? Yes, I did put it in here. Yes, I did. And you can, here we go. This is what Spurs are like, people. This is what Spurs are like. There you go. Mama always said Spurs was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Savva with his kind of backwards spinny head on. So big up Ben for putting that together, but it's so true. Good afternoon, Brandon. I hope you are well. Why not give Lancashire a go up top? Well, this is what makes me laugh. We didn't send Will Lancashire out on loan to get first team minutes. But then when Richarlison and Solanke are both injured, Ange would rather bring in Timo Werner, put Son to the side, rather than say, right, Lancashire, go on, play up front. And then when we need a goal with 20, 30 minutes to go, he's still sitting on the bench. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand what Tottenham are doing. I don't understand the process. Yes, we're going to win some games. I've got no doubt about that. We win games. Every time we win a game, people go, trust the process. But I genuinely haven't found anyone yet who can tell me what it is with sincerity. Matt Watson thinks it's going to be 3-0 to Chelsea. Val Taylor says lack of squad depth and squad quality. Sure, lack of squad depth. But again, we all said this in the summer, and so many fans told us we were wrong and negative. Trust the process. It's a youth project. We're buying Ange players. And yet he never plays them. So I think more people back Ange than Ange backs himself. Darren, what you're apologising for, my man? There's no need to apologise. Absolutely, that picture is like the scene. I messaged Ben. Ben's in the chat. He'll tell you. I messaged Ben and I said, you know this picture? Could you possibly get my face on it? Now, in the original picture, right, he's looking like that, I think. In the original picture, Forrest Gump. Hang on, let's have a look. Here you go. Let's have a look at the picture. Here you go. Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. Right. Let's have a look at the original picture. Images. Where are we? Where's my images? More images. In the original picture. Right. Here you go. So if you see here, right, let's share the screen. There we are. If you see here, present, share screen. Nope. Forrest Gump. There we go. Share. So you can see here that in this picture, Forrest Gump is looking off to the side, right? He's looking off to the side. Hands are down. He's looking off. Right? So what Ben has done for me, what Ben has done is made my face the audience like The Exorcist. Brilliant. Big up, Ben. Good morning to absolutely everyone. I've seen a few familiar faces in the chat. Yes. Yeah. Do you know what? I might watch that today. What a film. I love Forrest Gump. And Jenny from Forrest Gump, get in the bin. Jenny is the devil in Forrest Gump. She is so horrible to Forrest. It's unbelievable. Until the last 10 minutes when she's dying. And suddenly, Forrest is the guy. And Forrest, being the lovely guy he is like, I love you, Jenny. You know, it's just, Reggie is not an inverted fullback. He's a wing back. We don't get the best of. Yeah, but neither is Adogi an inverted fullback, and he plays week in, week out. It's a process. Yeah, a PR. Says, yeah, absolutely. Ed M saying Lancashire and Johnson up front, throw something different. Ed, this is what many have been asking for. Do something different that Bournemouth wouldn't have planned for. We never do anything different, ever. Do something different. Completely agree with you. I don't know who you support. Is this Chelsea? You Chelsea? No, we aren't in a title race. I don't know who you support. Morning Christmas will kill us. We're struggling now. Yes, good morning to you, Dan. Yeah, listen, the Christmas period are you talking about? Look at that. Look what happens when you put a hat on. Look, oh gosh, look at that. I look like Marouane Chamakh. Remember Marouane Chamakh? He had that kind of thing. And let's have a look. He had everything going over to one side, didn't he? Like that. Like a kind of. Yeah, there we go. What a sexy look. What a guy. Look at this guy. Should be the face of Gucci or something with a haircut like that. Brandon says, if we lose, he has to go. He's not going anywhere. I think we need to. Listen, I don't rate him. So for me, as someone who doesn't rate him, to sit here and say he won't go anywhere, he won't. He'll do always just enough for me. Always just enough. Yeah, what happened to the 5-year youth plan? We've got a youth plan which involves not playing youth players. It's brilliant. It's brilliant cinema. It's absolutely brilliant. By the way, what is not brilliant? The likes, 99 likes. There's 230 of you in here. Come on, people, smash that like button. Guys and girls, we're at that stage. Please get some questions in. I'll star as many as possible. I can't get to them all. Get some football questions in. It doesn't have to be about Tottenham. We'll discuss them as a group. What I like to think as well, it's a bit of an education for all of us. We talk about old day players. We talk about different clubs. We talk about everything on the morning show. Adisa said, my predicted lineup, 4-string goals. Spence, Dragosine, Davis, and Adogi. Kulusevski, Sarr, Madison, Son, Lancashire, Johnson. I wouldn't mind it, Adiz. I can't see it. I don't disagree with your theory. I just disagree whether he will do it or not. We'll see. Northampton have sacked their manager. Hang on. Former Arsenal and England defender Alex Scott inducted into the Women's Super League Hall of Fame. John Brady has resigned as the Northampton manager. So Northampton looking for a new manager. They're 21st in League One. Someone ring Perchy because he's just won the Europa League with Everton on Football Manager. 3-0 Spurs. Yeah, Phil, you tell me a lot of things I've heard here first that never come true. So forgive me if I don't believe you on this one. Oliver, I said maybe we could put Forrest Gump in the midfield. At least he would run. I was running. I love Forrest Gump. What a film. Big up to you. Yeah, Gump should do a Shawshank Redemption as a Spurs supporter. Yeah, it's tough at times, isn't it? Rob, big up Rob. What the F is handball? Savva, can you do the rest of this show in the Forrest Gump accent? Oh, gosh, no. Can you imagine? I really can't. By the way, on Sky Sports at the moment, right, I love this. I absolutely love this. They're interviewing the Nottingham Forest owner, right? He's sitting there in like old tracksuit bottoms, trainers and a T-shirt, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I just love this concept of one of a really, really rich billionaire, whatever he is. I don't know how much he's worth. Sitting there, tracksuit bottom on, T-shirt all hanging off like, yeah, we are. Brilliant. Brilliant times. I agree. I don't think he's going anywhere. I really don't. Look, more importantly, let's hope we can get 2 wins for the next 2 games. But for me, I just don't think we will. I think we will win one and lose one. And I don't know which round it will go, which way round. Alpha said, fun fact, Man City is the only English champion to ever get relegated while being champion. When was that? When was that, Alf? Let me know. What year was that? Savva, I know it's not Spurs related, but do you think West Ham are in a relegation battle? No. I don't think you're in a relegation battle. I think for as poor as you've been, when you look at the league table, you're still 6 points above Ipswich Town. I do think that the manager is not the right guy. I think you've got a much better squad than what you're showing. The question I would ask is this. Teams above you, Bournemouth, Fulham, Brentford, Forest. Now, I use them for a reason. I think you've got a better squad than all of those clubs. I think you've got a much better squad. The likes of Todibo and Kilman, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Emerson, Rodriguez, Alvarez, Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen, Somerville, Fulcroft. For me, I've missed someone. James Ward-Prowse in the midfield as well. Souček, Soufal. When I look at your squad, it should not be where it is. And I think a better manager gets better out of you. I truly believe that. Peter said, bookies have a book on next Tottenham manager, meaning they think he's done. Is this true? Let's have a look. Next Spurs manager odds. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Next Spurs manager odds. PS, I'll caveat this with, I don't think he's going anywhere before I get clips and someone go, oh, Savva's trying to find a new manager. Next Spurs betting manager odds. Oh, look at this. Oh, there's one name on the list. There's a name on the list. Right. Would you guys and girls like to see? I've just typed it in. So next Spurs manager odds. You ready? Okay, here we go. Next Spurs manager odds. Share screen. Next manager odds and tips. Look at this. Look at this. So Graham Potter, that is. Hang on. Let me make that a little bit bigger. 1 second. Let me make that a little bit bigger. Let's see. So hopefully you can see that. Graham Potter is at 6-1. Eddie Howe at 8. Marco Silva at 8. Roberto De Zerbi's at 8. Thomas Tuchel's at 10-1. And if you look at the name under Thomas Tuchel, Jose Mourinho is at 12-1. Gareth Southgate of 14s and Julian Lopetegui, or Lopetegui, however we say it, at 14-1 with Gareth Southgate. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. But I don't think he's going anywhere. I am starring some questions, by the way, so I will get to them if I go past it. Don't worry, I am starring some of them. Bold Musa has said, I think Ange must give the young lads a go. We predicted to lose. Might as well give them a go in this game. Look, for me, I just think we have to be very clear on what we think is happening. As I said, all summer, what I heard was it's a youth project. Yeah. In 3 or 4 years, Gray, Bergvall, Lancashire, Donnelly, Spence, Dorrington, Vuskovic, Phillips, Mikey Moore, Sunsot Bell, they're all going to be brilliant. Cool. But they can only get brilliant if you give them some game time, right? They can't just sit on a bench, get 5 minutes in Europa League games, and then we go, oh, well, they're not progressing. Well, of course they're not progressing. They're not getting any minutes. And the fact that Ange doesn't play any of them, even when we've got injuries, tells you that this isn't a youth project. Youth project is a nice word to cover over what we actually done, which was lower the wage bill. I know people get annoyed at me for saying that, but the facts don't lie. The facts don't lie. Look at the weekend. Why couldn't Lancashire have played up front for Spurs? Sonny was anonymous. Why couldn't Sonny have stayed left? Lancashire gone up top. Why not? Why couldn't we have done that? Why? So, he doesn't want to. Ashley Phillips went out on loan when we've only got 3 recognised centre-halves. doesn't want to give them game time. So it's a youth project with a manager that has zero interest in a youth project. It's madness. And that's why I don't call it a youth project. Leslie Ress. Big up, everyone. Everyone give Leslie a warm welcome to the show. Leslie Ress is here. Mr. Negative. What a great comment. Full of humor and banter. To be fair, unlike most of the idiots, you at least managed to spell negative correctly. So well done. Leslie, here's my challenge to you. Why don't you come on the show right now and tell me what I'm negative about? Everybody watch Leslie Ress now disappear into the clouds or at work, at the gym. Come on, Leslie, feel free. You've come to a channel where I will challenge people. Leslie, it's up to you. Who here thinks Leslie's going to jump on? I don't. I think Leslie's a troll, and I think Leslie would absolutely shit his or herself coming on screen. Yeah, listen, I don't know. It was just me. Listen, I'd have Jose over this guy all day long. I'd have Jose over angepostecoglou. And Jake going nowhere. I agree, Chris. I agree. I completely agree with you. I get the feeling he could lose the next 5 and still half the fan base would say, trust the process. He's only been here 18 months. It is what it is. The Frankfurt manager, yes, done a very good job as well. I agree with you. Nagelsmann is the guy. Isn't Nagelsmann the Germany manager? Is that right, Rob? Am I getting my manager merry-go-round correct? Is Nagelsmann the manager? No game time if they're not good enough. Then don't have them in the squad for the season. If they're not good enough, don't buy them and don't have them in the squad. You can't have it both ways. Yeah? You can't have it both ways. The Swing Squad, big up to you. I said, morning, guys. Hope you're all good. Savva, I'd be interested to know your views on what I perceive to be the clear lack of coaching with Udogie and the way 2 of the defence seem to want out and start. I don't understand the last bit. The way 2 of the defence seem to want out. Maybe you've added a little bit more somewhere. I don't know. I don't understand the end bit of that, if I'm honest. I think that I don't see that Udogie's getting better as a footballer. I feel like this is a guy who's a wing back, being asked to play left back whilst playing central midfield as well. For me, I don't. Again, I've said this all along. I don't think Ange is coaching players properly. I don't see anybody that's really growing and getting better. So for me, again, the coaching is a sore spot with me. I don't think he's a good coach, if I'm honest. Bella wants Thomas Frank. I like Thomas Frank. He does a good job. This is a huge game for Ange. Will be properly cut adrift in the league if he gets this wrong. Well, this is the thing we talked about earlier. We can't end up being 6 to 9 points behind. Please do keep subscribing. Thank you to the person that did just subscribe. Really appreciate you. And thank you for the 116 people that have put in likes. By the way, tonight, people, we will be live from... Oh, what time are we live from tonight? We will be live from 6:30 p.m. for all the build-up. 8:15 kickoff. We'll be live for all the build-up to Tottenham away at Bournemouth. We'll be looking at the teams. We'll all be discussing who we think should be playing, etc., etc. So make sure you join me at 6:30 for that. Then the live watch along with the game. And then after that at 10:45, Stell and the boys at Tottenham away will be going live. So I'll redirect you over to them. Aren't Chelsea the perfect example of squad management? Yes, they are. I think what Chelsea, Leslie wants in. Let's see. Somebody's told me that Leslie wants to come in. Is this true? I don't believe this. Yeah, I'm here. Let's go. Oh, we all know what's going to happen. Leslie, camera needs to be on. Ready? Here's the link. There's the link. Guys, girls in the chat, this link is not for everyone. This is for Leslie Ress, right? Let's see what Leslie, Mr. Negative. Let's see what they're going to bring to the party. Leslie, there is the link. There is the link. All you have to do is press that button, ask to join, and I'll let you on. Let's see you come on, and I'd love to hear what I'm negative about. Let's see what I am negative about. I hear this all the time, and no one can actually bring some stats and facts. So let's see. Leslie, come on down to the game show. I'll sit, I'll talk to you lot, I'll wait and see if Leslie appears. And then there'll be, oh, my camera doesn't work, or I'm not putting my camera, something. Terzic. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Terzic, the ex Borussia Dortmund manager. Absolutely. Something tells Woodsy that the squad won't be up for it on a cold, wet night on the coast. Well, our squad wasn't up for it at the weekend against Fulham. So let's see. Big up to everyone. Brett is in the chat. Brett Wenzel. Hi, Savva. Hello to you as well. Sorry, Savva. He's currently at Pilates. Let's get rid of that account. I think Ben might have already got rid of it. Well done, Ben. You've seen Ben, I'm guessing you've seen the account I was going to block. I'm guessing you're the one who's dealt with it. Big up to you. He happily plays Lancashire versus Galatasaray away from home in an important game, but won't play him at home to Fulham. Yeah, it's so backwards. I just never understand it. We're all still waiting for Leslie, by the way. We're all still waiting for the anticipated I'm here. Let's go. Leslie Ress. Let's see. No, I would. I love that picture. No, I wouldn't want to take Southgate. I want a balanced manager. Leslie, we're all waiting. The link's there. Listen, about Savva, get me on. I've done my bit. You've got to do yours. If we are not in the top 4 qualifying position on Boxing Day, then Ange will be given his P45. Val, he won't. It all depends how many points off top 4 we are. It all depends how many points off top 4. If we're there or thereabouts, he's not going to do it. I think it means, okay, right. Yeah, I mean, look, if you were a defender, I'm guessing this is going back to the swing squads point. If you were a defender, would you want to play in this formation? I know I definitely wouldn't. Absolutely wouldn't. Nicola said, Ange talks a lot of waffle. He says how many clubs plays 18-year-olds. Then why did he approve of only buying kids and no senior players? This manager, honestly. If this is the same manager that in the summer was talking about, it's really good to see these countries playing their young kids. Which one is it? Savva, if you could have any manager in the world, who would you choose? I would choose Pep Guardiola all day, every day. He's the best manager out there by a million miles. Absolutely. Everybody, as we thought, Leslie has gone into hiding, and will then next game or next show say, Savva, you bottled it. Yeah. Where are you, Leslie? We're all waiting. Look, here we go. Where are you? Leslie, where are you? Leslie. It's never going to happen, is it? Too busy getting twisted up like a pretzel at yoga. These people make me laugh. They're so brave behind keyboards. I love it. I absolutely love how these people, I don't know how they share the same oxygen as us. You are entitled to have an opinion, whether it's negative or positive. Let them say what they want. Who cares? Listen, absolutely. But when someone calls me Mr. Negative, I'm going to say, come on then. Debate Savva on the foot. Listen, anyone can come on and debate me if they disagree with me. Many people don't know. I don't think it matters what manager you bring in. They will fail under this ownership. Yeah, but there's a difference, United fan, between failing because you failed by the owners and failing because your tactics are terrible and you just allow teams to get at us time and time again. I think there's a huge difference. Where are we? Leslie's not coming. So let's all forget that one, Leslie. People, that never happened. Phil Coys has said, I think Maresca has managed his squad fantastically well with how big the squad is. Yeah, look, I think, look, you could say it's easier to do with more players, but what this manager does for me, he plays square pegs in square holes, Phil. Our manager plays everybody out of position. Nobody's doing what they're naturally meant to be doing because it seems like it's more vanity for his tactics rather than what's best for Tottenham. Now, are we going to win games? Yes, but it's the volume of games we don't win, which is the worry. Lewis has said tonight's game has 2-1 Bournemouth written all over it. Shema said, where are all the people that were saying Anthony Gordon wasn't good enough for Spurs? listen, he's done very well, Anthony Gordon, hasn't he? I'd love him on our wing. Right now, if I said to you Anthony Gordon or Son, unfortunately, we're at the stage now, aren't we, where we're taking Gordon. That's how time moves on. Iriola, especially if he beats us, but when he leaves Bournemouth, he's done a really good job with what he's been given there. He's done a really good job down at Bournemouth. Leslie, Bella, we're not surprised, are we? We're not surprised. Angus, so what's your thoughts on our performance last night? Do you think we turned into set piece FC? I think that you're definitely using set pieces to your advantage, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think as long as you've got other ways of playing, I don't mean Arsenal, I mean other football clubs, as long as they've got another way of playing, that's fine. But why not make the most of set pieces? Why not? I think it's a good thing to do. It's a key component in football. Tottenham will host more concerts and other sports events this season than they will home matches. Yeah, of course. That's what Tottenham do. If we lose to Bournemouth, can we ask for a manager swap? Well, look, let's hope we don't lose to Bournemouth. Let's hope we go and get the 3 points tonight. For me, ask the question, is a draw a good result tonight, guys and girls? Is a draw a good result? Bearing in mind, Man City lost there. Arsenal lost there. Is a draw a good result? It's now the time to sack him, not when we are out of touch with the top four. Peter, I'm just going by what Levy's done in the past. Listen, you know my feelings. I don't rate him. Whenever they want to let him go, I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with it. Where are we? I'm starring some questions. I will get to them in a minute, by the way. Big Alan Kirbishley at Charlton. Yeah, he'll do a better job. Listen, I just think there are a lot of managers that won't play. There are a lot of managers that won't play square pegs in round holes, and those are the managers I would like at Tottenham. I'm guessing Curbs is retired now. Come on, Savva, give Leslie a break. His geography lesson is in 5 minutes. It is what I just find it funny. These people, if you're going to say you're going to come on. The worst thing that happens is we have a football chat. You know what I mean? Must be years since we had a 0-0. Question, everybody, when was the last game we drew 0-0? Everyone in the chat, who can tell me the last 0-0 draw we had? Proximo has said it's going to take time to adapt to Ange's system. We are better than last season. Well, we're not, Proximo. We're not better than last season. We've lost more games at this stage. We've got less points at this stage. So no, Proximo, we're not better than last season. And when you say it's going to take time to adapt, he's had this 11 for 18 months. How long does it take to adapt to a system? I'm sorry, this is utter madness. I agree. If we had gone and got Gordon and Gallagher, I know it wasn't going to happen, but those two type of players, it makes us a lot harder to beat, a lot of energy, a lot of get up and go in the team. Nicola thinks I reckon we should beat Bournemouth today 2-1 or 3-1. Michael said, I think it may take 3 seasons and the respective transfer windows for Ange to get the squad he wants with the younger players ready to positively integrate. Yeah. I'm going to respectfully disagree, Michael. You can't integrate the young players unless you integrate the young players. And we've seen at the weekend, he has no interest in integrating them. No interest at all. Could have played Archie Gray centre mid, didn't. And then people complained that Sarr was tired from the Roma game. Could have played Lancashire, didn't. Could have played Jed Spence, didn't. Could have played Reggie. I know he's not young, but didn't. For me, I think this manager doesn't know what to do outside of his best 11. I don't think he knows what to do. There we go. We have scored 28 goals, talking about Arsenal, and only scored 6 from set pieces. Well, if that's the case, I mean, that's not set piece FC, is it? Rice, he does have a good cross in him, doesn't he, Declan Rice? Good player. Really good midfielder. I remember our fans were trying to say that Basuma was better than Rice. How we laugh. More Lancashire, Spence. Would you play any of these 3 tonight? Well, why not? I'm not saying you have to play all 3, but why not let Jed Spence have a game? Why not put Lancashire up front if Solanke can't make it? What is it that we're waiting for? If they're not good enough, they shouldn't be at the club. If they're not ready, they should be out on loan. I know Moore is too young, but Lancashire and Spence shouldn't be here if he doesn't want them. Chelsea is the only team to beat Bournemouth away. Yes, it's the sort of record that we'd go and beat them tonight, and we'd have that. We've scored 29 goals since last season from set pieces. Oh, hang on, we've got two Arsenal fans saying very different things here. HMQ said, find a way to win. That's what good managers do. We can study the tapes of Bournemouth, the Arsenal, and City. Absolutely, that's what they should be doing. I'm sure they are doing to a degree. Ratish just said, draw is not too bad, but we could be 5 points off the Champions League places. Yeah, look, it's a big game. It's a big game for me. Look, the minimum you've got to come away from there is a draw, a minimum. Well, there's another question. But now, Andrew, now imagine he's got the concerts and the other events and Champions League football. He's laughing. Plus the growth of women's football. He's starting to get bigger crowds at White Hart Lane for the women's games. That Daniel Levy's not a silly man. He's not a silly man. He knows what he's doing. Joe Ryan said, if we were a good side now and had beaten Palace, Ipswich and Brighton, would be second. Yeah, of course. I think it goes to show, though, lots of clubs could say, well, if we had picked up a point there, 3 points there. But look, I think it goes to show that we're not as good as some people think we are. Maybe we're not as bad, but we're not as good. I think we're very up and down. By the way, you guys seen the passing of Haaland yesterday. People who never watched Bundesliga tell me I'm wrong, but whenever Pep allows Haaland, Alf, I've said this for years. Any fan who's only watched the Premier League says, oh, Haaland's not a good player with the ball at his feet. He is. He is a good player with the ball at his feet. He was excellent doing this for Borussia Dortmund. He does it brilliantly for Norway. The difference is at Man City, he's not asked to do it as much. I agree, Alf. I think it's lazy analysis when people go, oh, he's a rubbish footballer but brilliant goal scorer. It's not true. Is more available tonight? I don't know. I don't know is the question, is my answer to that question. I genuinely don't know. By the way, keep subscribing, people. Come on. We're pushing on to 15K. We're going to get there slowly but surely. Big up Charlie. So big up Savva. Great content. Tough game Sunday. Think there'll be goals from an old school TFC. Charlie, I think the interesting thing is yesterday, Chelsea won the game 5-1, having rested your best front three. That's the worry for me. And, you know, he made a couple of changes in defence as well. That's the worry for me. Listen, I don't want to play Chelsea. Can we beat you? Yes. Will we beat you? I don't know. Is it going to be the Spurs that turned up at home to Villa? Or is it going to be the Spurs that turned up at home to Fulham and Ipswich? I don't know. If we don't win on Sunday, that will be 4 home games in a row without a win. So, look, there's a lot to play for at the moment. As Pep constantly tells us in the Premier League is the most competitive and hardest league to win in the world. So why do half our fan base disagree to promote Ange, the Messiah's CV? Oh, Ange. I've never known a manager like it, if I'm honest. I've never known a manager like it. I really haven't. Unfortunately, Daniel Levy is smart. I wish he was stupid like the Chelsea owner and spend 1 billion. Proximo, he said he won't to play the young players when the overall system is not working yet. Not good for... No. Proximo, in the summer, you told me it's a youth project. No. We can't play any youngsters because the system isn't working yet. If the system is not working after 18 months, Proximo, what does that tell you about said system? 18 months. He's not been here 3 months. He's been here 18 months and spent a lot of money. If the system is not working, your words, not mine, who is that on? Who is that on? Oh, it's madness. Jonas said, I saw the debate with Aaron. We are Tottenham TV. You have the patience of a saint. I didn't actually. I thought I was a bit snappy. But I just find it funny. And listen, again, I liked Arian, but another one that just says the brilliance of Ange. I don't know what he's watching. I genuinely don't know what he's watching, but it's just me. It doesn't matter who we sign. Shackled to a system, individualism is irrelevant. Future music, what a lovely sentence. Yeah, look, for me, I keep hearing that this player's not suited to Ange ball and this player isn't. I don't even know what it is. Who is suited to it? What does it mean? Big up Future Music. Rasmus has said Chelsea will slap us. I don't think they'll slap us. I think we'll be well up for this game, but I do worry about it. I do. If you could take one at Gyökeres, there you go. Simple answer. Listen, I would love both, but I'd take Gyökeres. I think he's a brilliant player, Gyökeres. I love Isak as well, but I think for me, Gyökeres has just got more raw power for me. I really like him. Chelsea do spend a lot of money, but a lot of it has been on kids. They have a youth project. Everyone who thinks we've got a youth project, look how young Chelsea's team is. Chelsea have a youth project. Savva, I won't mention the name, but one Spurs YouTuber claimed that Spurs attack is better than Liverpool's. We all know who this was. It's mad. Yeah, as I said, I will debate this person all day long. To claim our attack is better than Liverpool's is mind-blowing. And unfortunately, again, this is why, you know, this is why we are where we are. We just claim so many outrageous things. It's absolutely crazy. I don't agree with that at all. Not one of our forwards gets in Liverpool's team. Not one of them gets anywhere near Liverpool's team. What are we doing here? I watched Liverpool flying forward yesterday with Diaz, Nunes, Gakpo, Salah, and they just look so comfortable on the ball, the way they move it, their interplay. Our players aren't capable of that. Absolutely not. No. No, Levy won't care. Levy will care when the money, is at stake. Levy will care when he starts to see the Champions League revenue get further and further and further away. I.e., if we get to the point where we're 10 points off Champions League, Levy's going to go, no, hang on, something's got to give here. And is he right to do that? I don't know, but that's what he does. You look last year, we were always within a point or two or three of Champions League. This year, I don't know. We could be. Listen, win the next two games, we're right up there. Lose the next two, we're right down there. So I don't know. Absolutely. Danny always says this. Big up, Dan. Hope you're well, brother. Said good managers adapt and play with a card he's got. I completely agree. Listen, I don't want to talk about other YouTubers. Listen, I've got a lot of time for Sim and Ben. I love talking to them. They're always very nice to me. They've never been anything but nice to me. It must be difficult for them. They've got a very big channel. And, you know, their chat goes wild. Look, I disagree, especially I disagree a lot with Sim on a lot of his takes. But Sim and I as far as he might tell you he hates me, I've always got on with Ben. I've always got on with Sim. And I appreciate when they let me on their show. I think it's good to... I've always said, people who say I want the Spurs fans to be against each other, I think it's really important we have different points of view. As a football fan who loves a debate, can you imagine if I only spoke to people who agreed with me? And this is what makes me laugh. When I see people going, oh, your show, it's an echo chamber. You only stream with those who like your opinion. Look at the moment someone called me Mr. Negative. Come on and debate. You know what I mean? It's mad. Yeah, Ange suffering from his own success. This was I just didn't get it. I don't know, Ryan. I think people go onto panel shows. They say something to get these crazy reactions. But, I mean, I don't think one of our players gets into Liverpool. That's just me. But anyway, Chelsea have got the youngest squad in the league, still bringing in two 18-year-olds in the coming summer. Look, Chelsea have got, I think the other day they had 8 of their 11 was 23 or under. Yeah, and Spurs fans go, oh, we've got a young team. Yeah, is it? Is it that young? I don't know. I'm just asking. Big up. Good luck at college, Adiz. Study hard. Whilst you're there, though, just, you know, chat up some girls. Do what you got to do, Adiz. Chat up some girls. Ask them out. You know, keep it real. Do what you do. Don't make it all about work. But do make it about work and study for your architecture course. Everybody wish Adiz a great day at college. Proximo said, you're right, Savva. It's taking time for the players to get comfortable with the system. But our defence is better this season. We scored most goals in the league. Or second, well, it's like the third or fourth most now. But Proximo, I don't think the players are comfortable in the system. Look how we've played 4 of the last 5 games. We look all over the place. I'm sorry. You're saying nice things, but without anything to back it up, unfortunately for me. Multi-channel, big up to you. Said, what team will our manager put out tonight? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows indeed? No idea. Ben has said, yeah, Ben and Sim have to represent a wide range of views, being one of the biggest Tottenham channels. If they narrow to only one side, they are absolutely. It's Ben and Sim have built a huge channel, and fair play to the lads. They've built a huge channel. Most other content creators will look at that and go, I can only imagine having 100,000, let alone, I think they've got 177,000 subscribers. I mean, hats off to them. Do I agree with their football opinions? No, not always. Do I think they're horrible people? No, not at all. They've never done anything to me. They seem like really nice guys. I just think people get on their back because, look, as content creators, we're all going to have different opinions. Yeah, it doesn't mean so-and-so's horrible because he wants Ange in and so-and-so's horrible because she wants Ange out. I just think everyone gets a little bit too crazy. Yes and no, Jamie. When you're saying no content creator is right or wrong, yes, some of the opinions are very right. They are. Opinions are one thing, but sometimes the facts do negate the opinion. Ben, exactly, they are. Look, let's stop talking about these guys now. But yeah, I completely agree. I've got nothing against Ben and Sim. I saw some people coming in the chat the other day saying, oh, Savva's been talking about We Are Tottenham TV. And I was like, said to Ben and Sim, well, you know I haven't. It's not my style. If I've got something to say to Ben and Sim, I say it to their face. If I've got something to say to any Spurs YouTuber, I will pick up the phone or say it to their face. Ben, you know me. You know I will do it. You can make videos about each other all you want. For me, it's cowardly, right? It's really cowardly. Making a video about someone, abusing them, getting your viewers to go and abuse that person, fine, do it. Or be a man, pick up the phone and say, hate what you said, don't want to debate. That's just me. I come from South London where we face our problems head on. We don't hide behind a keyboard. Sorry, it's not how I was brought up. Each to their own, though. I know some people are a little bit scared to debate, so it is what it is. Morning, James Flower, my Albanian brother, according to some in the chat. Big up to you, James. How you doing, buddy? I'm going to try and do. Imagine I had 3 kills a day for 7 days. I wonder how much weight I would lose. Ledoux said, I found you on Henry's channel maybe 3 years ago. Since then, you have remained real. Top Spurs YouTuber, realist, good job. Listen, Henry's doing his thing. Henry's one of my good friends. Too many people, I'm going to stick up for him here. Too many people I see slagging off Henry Wright, and you do not know him. You do, not you, but people do not know him. He's this, he's that, he's Arsenal. Henry Wright, look, I mean, I think Henry will be the first to tell you. I've helped Henry when he was setting up his channel. Then when I came back and got a new channel, Henry really helped me, got me on his show, gave me a platform. Since then, we've worked together in real life away from YouTube with friends. We've met up. I've had barbecues at his house. He was at my wedding. And when I see some of the things said about people like Henry, it really pisses me off because he's a good guy. He's a really nice guy. He's doing his thing on YouTube. So I think everyone needs to lay off Henry a bit. He's a huge Tottenham fan. And just because he streams about other clubs doesn't mean he's not. So, yes. Anyway, if you're seeing this, you can send me a tenner in the chat later. Love Allow, you need to do something. Won't lose pounds just drinking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not just, I couldn't have 3 of these a day. They're quite heavy. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some questions from earlier. Phil Coys. Oh, no, I didn't click on it. Do we think Ange has divided the fan base the most of any other manager in Tottenham's history? That's a great question from Phil. That's a great question. No, I would say that, George Graham coming in, you've got to remember, is the divide in the fan base heightened because of the internet and YouTube, right? I remember when George Graham came in, and that was, oh my God, he's Arsenal. Jose coming in, ex-Chelsea. He divided it massively. There were people that were never going to get on board with Jose, and they didn't. So for me, I don't think so. For me, I think he's up there. By the way, the difference is, I think both of those two I mentioned before, let me know if you disagree in the chat. Both of those two I mentioned before, they were both dividing a fan base because of their previous allegiances to both Arsenal and Chelsea. And I think divides the fan base because some people just love that he kicks the ball forwards and doesn't worry about defense. Other people don't like it, that it's not balanced and some of the things he says in press conferences. We can look at each manager. We can look at their positives, their negatives. Some the fans are going to like, some they're not. What I do find funny, though, is this notion that if you don't rate a manager or like a manager, that you're negative, that you don't deserve success. You can't celebrate if we win a trophy. I think it's all a bit crazy. Grown men saying it to each other as well. You can't celebrate. What? What do you mean I was in FA Cup final? I was at FA Cup finals in the 80s. As a little kid, I was on the stands in the 80s at White Hart Lane, an FA Cup finals at Wembley. In 1987, I was at the FA Cup final, and yet I've got fans in 2024 saying, if we win a trophy, you can't celebrate. Who brought these people up? I'm going to say it. Their parents have done a terrible job. Who brought these people up to think like this? All these people that bring up people to attack others via video, who brought you up? Why are we doing this? Be nice, disagree, debate, but you don't need to attack each other every God-given seconds. YouTube has allowed cowards to say what they want. That's what it's allowed people to do. I've got a question. I've got a few questions coming in here. Where are we? Thank you for that, Phil. PH Family, I said, do you think if Ange left tomorrow, he'd get another Prem job? Yeah, I do. I do think he'd get another Prem job. And depending who it is, we'd see how good he is. And what I mean by that is this. If Ange attempted to play these types of tactics with a team in the bottom half, he would be relegated. If he attempted to play these tactics with a team that needs to be robust, hard to beat, has to fight for every point just to stay in the league, he'd get relegated. Because all of this, I'm here for entertainment, or don't worry about controlling games, or undeserved points, that doesn't fly when you're in a relegation battle. You have to fight for every point. You take everything, whether it's deserved or not. So we'll see. Good question. Really like that. Good question. Oh, hang on. Who's the next one? Indian Guna said, Savva, do you find it strange some bitter fans hating on Arsenal for being wildly good at corners? Look, the rivalry is always going to be there, Indian Guna, isn't it? And at the moment, listen, for the last however many years, we've seen you guys have success. Have you had a lot of success the last 4 or 5 years? No. But relative success in terms of league position compared to us, yes. We've seen you win titles. We've seen you win cups. And Spurs fans are going to find any little thing they can to have a dig at you guys. Of course, that's what the nature of the rivalry. However, I do think you're right. I do think it's a strange thing to belittle teams for being good at something. I mean, I would have no problem if Spurs scored 15, 20 set pieces a season. I'd have no problem with that. Do it. That's part of football. There are a lot of corners and free kicks in games. Go and get good at these things. So, yes, good question. James Flower, would you let Son? I would have let Son go a couple of years back, mate. You know me. I would have let Son go a couple of years back. If we were a proper club, we would have got we would have had a succession plan. We'd have someone good coming through. And for me, look, Sonny will score goals. I've got no doubt between now and the end of the season, he'll probably get himself 15, 16 goals. But his effectiveness when he's not scoring is starting to dwindle. And that is age. Some players get better with age. Look at Mo Salah. Some players start to struggle with age. So for me, look, for me, I would definitely. I mean, I think if we see him next season in the starting 11 again, I think it just shows that we've got no plans to evolve and get better. That's just my opinion. So I'm just looking at some more. Let's have a look. Next five games could define Ange's future. Of course, any manager surely is always going to be defined by the next 5 or so games they play. Look, Spurs have won 1 in 5. If we don't win one of the next 2, it's 1 win in 7. We'll be about 9 points, 10 points off Champions League. I think then questions will start to be asked. Ben has said Bielsa is better than Ange and he could have got Leeds relegated. Yeah, I agree. And look, the point I'm making now, I'm not knocking Ange. I'm just saying when you go to a lesser team, for example, if he was managing Wolves or Everton, you wouldn't be able to do what he's doing. You have to, you have to kind of be solid. You have to be hard to beat. You have to fight for every ball. You have to fight for every corner. But he's not managing one of those teams. So what I'm saying could be a moot point. I agree with this, Jamie. If you hire Ange, you get what it says on the tin. The man is not for turning, of course. At his age, I don't expect it to change. But by not changing, when people tell me, don't worry, he'll adapt, I don't think he will. Only my opinion. Arsenal equals Stoke on steroids. Oh, my days. Next question was from Mary. Do you think Tottenham can beat Chelsea on Sunday? Yes. Do I think we can? Yes. Will we? I don't know. Huge difference. Anyone can beat anyone, right? But there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference between can and will. Chelsea are a good team. If Spurs can beat them, great result. But it now makes that game very important because, as we said, at the weekend, after that game, Chelsea could be 11 points clear of Tottenham. Hang on, let me see if I've got that right. Chelsea could be 11 points clear of us. And at the beginning of the season, everyone was talking about how bad they were and crap their manager was. When is my next 24-hour show? I'll probably do one in January, February. I like to do them. Keeps me grounded. Makes me remember to give back in life. I think it's really, I know everyone thinks I'm the devil, but I think it's really important to give back in life. And when we do the 24-hour charity streams, we normally raise somewhere between about 3,000 or 4,000 in a day for charity. So yeah, look, as I said, I'm on holiday next week, so we'll have a holiday. We'll get through all the December fixtures, and then we'll try and do it in January or February. Maybe the next international window would be the best time to do it because there's lots of games thick and fast. So yes, but I do like doing them. It does make me, I say selfishly, but selfishly it makes me feel good. It makes me think that, you know what? I could be a lazy so-and-so and just stream and talk about football, or I could stream and talk about football whilst raising money for people that need it a lot more than me. So yes, I will always do them. Where are we with the questions? Why do you think Potter is favourite? I think Potter's going to be favourite for most clubs for next manager, Peter. And the reason I think that is you've got a good manager there, good tactical manager sitting on the sidelines waiting. So yeah. Funniest one for me is not lost in our last 3. Yeah, but we've won 1 in 5. People spit in the way that suits their facts. Yeah, of course. Look, listen, not losing in 3, brilliant. But winning 1 of 5, shit. And it's whichever way the cookie crumbles, right? Yes, it is, Kate. It is, but I might not. I am thinking of going on a 7-day cleanse to look half decent for holiday, just so that when I first get round the pool, I've got my swim shorts on. I'm not thinking, oh my God, that gut is hanging over. Where are we? Sorry. Oh, hang on. My thing's completely gone here. Where are we? Loads of comments. Loads and loads of comments. Also, Savva, what do you think of Vuskovic coming in next season? Seems to be scoring most weeks as a centre-back. Well, listen, I can assure you that wouldn't happen in the Premier League. He might score a few, but I don't know is the honest answer. For me, I think you've got to go and buy some top players before we put any more kids into this team, into the squad. I think we need to go and buy some top players. But if he's as good as people say, get him in. Get him playing League Cup games, Europa League. I don't know. Get him in. Why not? Savva, do you think the Liverpool have the league wrapped up? Absolutely not. Not with 7 points. I think if they had gone to 12 points over the last few games, yes. Not at 7 points. Let's be fair. If Liverpool lost their next game, all of a sudden, they could be 4 points ahead. So, look, I don't think so yet. I think there's a lot of football to be played. A hell of a lot of football to be played. Keep smashing the like button, people. And please do keep subscribing. We're only 8 subscribers away from 14.4K. Would 8 of you now be so kind to go and smash that subscribe button? Savva, yes, I've had my Christmas lights up for ages. And I've got 2 Christmas trees, one in the back, one in the front. Yes, I love Christmas. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's really good to bit of feel-good factor, get in the mood. Yeah, I really like it. Ryan has said, if we stay on this form, where is the lowest we could finish? I mean, Ryan, I always think we're going to do enough to be in the top 6, 7, 8. I do. I genuinely do. We won't stay on this form. We are up and down, and that's the thing. We are up and down. I'll show you what I said at the beginning of the season. I think you've all seen this. I'm going to show you again. I've not changed my mind. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This was my prediction at the beginning of the season. I said, man, listen, I might not get this right. I might not get any of this right. But I've said Tottenham, I think, will finish 8th, 7th. I think Tottenham will finish 7th. And as I said, at the moment, after 13 Premier League games, I'm bang on. Yay. Well done, me. Yeah, absolutely. So I think you're selfish going on holiday. What about the shows? I'll tell you what, I'll ask the wife, James, if I can stream from around the pool in the Dominican. Listen, I'm going to do a few videos. You know, I won't be able to help myself doing a few 10-minute videos, but there'll be no lives. I normally do the 10-minute videos when she's getting ready and we're going out for dinner or whatever. But yeah, sorry. I'll be back. I think what am I missing? So here's the games that I'll be missing, people, in terms of watch-alongs and stuff. I will be missing Rangers next Thursday because I fly on that day. Southampton away. The Carabao Cup quarter-final against United. And I'll also miss the Premier League game on the Sunday v Liverpool. I'm gutted about that, but not gutted enough, you know, that I'm not going to go on holiday and get myself a tan. So I will not be this pale. I will not be this pale. Yeah, if we lose Romero, they should be looking at players all the time. We should have a list of centre-halves that we like. They should be looking all the time. Hang on, hang on, sorry, I've just got an alert saying that my my Bitcoin has gone through the roof. What's going on here? Oh, okay. I've gone up. Okay, all right, that's not bad. I got up 26 quid overnight. That's not bad. Daniel has said, given what you've seen so far in the Europa League, are we still favourites to win it? I don't think we're favourites to win it. So far, I think we've played 2 decent teams and not looked good against either of them. When people say we're favourites to win it, we've beaten Ferencvaros, who are poor, Karabag, who are rubbish, and we've beaten Alkmaar, who are bang average. We've played Roma, who are in a poor moment but a good club and looked average, and we were completely played off the park by Galatasaray. When people say we're favourites, I don't know what this is based off. So, no. Can we win it? Yes. Will we? I don't know. Never say never in football. Savva, Kirkes and Semenyo will cause a lot of problems tonight. Of course they will. Of course they will. Any wide players that get forward are going to cause problems. We know that. What's this? I got a new notification. A new document is available. Oh, good. Brilliant. I'll make sure I read that. If we beat Chelsea, would it surpass the City result? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what that means, if I'm honest. I think like every time we win a game, we try and make it the best win or this. Look, for me, if we beat Chelsea, it's a good result. But Chelsea are a good team. All I know is, Phil, I'm going to chuck a hypothetical at you, Phil, and I know everyone can answer this. If we were to lose the next 2, where does that leave us as a club? Because we'll be about 9 to 10 points off the top 4. We'll be rooted in the bottom half of the table. Where does that leave us? Now, equally, I'll ask you the same question, guys. So there's a positive and negative. If we win the next 2, it will leave us rooted in the top 5. So where does that leave us as a club? It's very hit and miss at the moment. Ryan, I said, if we beat Man United in the cup, what is the chances of us winning the whole thing? Look, once you're in a semi-final, you're 3 games away from, you've got 2 semi-finals and a final. Listen, the problem you're going to have once you get to the semi, you're looking at somebody like a Liverpool or Arsenal over 2 legs, right? Let's see. Listen, I don't want to play Liverpool over 2 legs. I think that's a really tough ask. I don't want to play Arsenal over 2 legs. Could be that you play someone like a Newcastle over 2 legs. It's got to be tough, but you've got to beat these tough teams to win competitions. Semenya, sorry, Ash, big up. Where you been, Ash? I've missed you. You don't write, you don't call. So Semenyo is back today, is he? Is he back tonight or suspended tonight? I don't want to see you in the sun while it's red. James, I'm going to send you. James, I've got your WhatsApp. I'm going to send you all sorts of pictures, mate. I'm going to send you pictures of me putting oil on myself. You know what I mean? Rubbing lotion in all onto my back. I'm going to send you that. Savva, if you had to swap 3 players from this current Spurs 11 and swap them with 3 players you would want, who would you choose? Oh, my gosh. What, 3 players who are playing now or ever? Right now, I'd swap out any one of the midfield 3 and put in Rodri. Rodri. I'd swap out Solanke, and I would put in Erling Haaland or Gyökeres. And who would I have? I want a really good winger. I want someone like Kvaratskhelia or I'll take Kvaratskhelia on one of the wings as well. Yes, absolutely. Savva going full on Adama Traore. Love it. Yeah, oil everywhere. Guys and girls, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, big up. Hope you enjoyed it, man. Hope you enjoyed it. Orlando. Hasn't Henry just come back from there? Savva, if you sent me pics of you rubbing oil on yourself, I'd block you. Oh, well, maybe it's a good way to get me to block you then. Where are you going? I'm going to Punta Cana. I'm telling my enemies. Yes, I'm going to Punta Cana, full of stunning Russian women. I'll let my wife know. I'm sure she'll be really glad to know that there's loads of stunning Russian women. Do you know what the latest on the Dallas Cowboys? No, it was pure rumors. It's not true. It's not true at the moment. It's not true. No is the simple answer to that one. No, Spurs are not in a title race in any way, shape or form. No, we've won 1 in 5 and won 4 away games in a year. I don't know how we think we're in a title race. No. Have a nice holiday. Thank you. I've got a week left. I'm with you guys for a week. Listen, I'm going to leave it there. Listen, I'm going to send some of you over to Perchy. Listen, some of you will like it. Some of you won't. It is the football manager stuff. He loves it. He gets right involved. He has a good laugh. If you want somewhere to hang out and chill, go and join him. Join me tonight for 6:30. I'll see if I can get some guests on before the show. Join me at 6:30 for the build up to Bournemouth versus Tottenham. Take care, everyone. Really enjoyed the show again this morning. Love doing the early morning shows. There'll be another one tomorrow at 10. Much love. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.